Alrighty guys, so pretty much day 2 now of painting the bay. As yesterday it got pretty hot, it's like 7:30 in the morning right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting the engine bay. So I need to pretty much mix the base coat with the reducer, the medium reducer, so that way we can get a good mixture on it. Also, when it comes down to painting the back of the shock towers, I'm gonna be using the aerosol can. So that is gonna be the first thing I'm gonna be using instead of the spray gun. So right now, before I start everything, or when I do start everything, I'm gonna be painting this section here with the spray can, the aerosol can, along with that section back there. From there, I'll go ahead and put a coat on it. I'm gonna try to put as much paint as I possibly can in this area so that I don't gotta readdress it. But I am gonna try to flow coat some of the base coat on it. And then from there, I'll go ahead and continue with the rest of the bay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up, start mixing my paint. That way we can get this sprayed and hopefully clear coated right after. So within flash times, it should probably be like 15 minutes between each coat, and then from once it's dry, then we can start adding the clear coat. So we're gonna go ahead and do all that. I'm gonna be using the same gun that I used. This one has a 1.3 tip on it, so I'm gonna be using the same thing for base coat and clear coat. I used it for the sealer also. I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust my pressure. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let's just get started, guys. The paint mixture is a 101, so 1 part paint, base coat, and 1 part reducer. It's the medium one, so that's what I'm using. Alrighty guys, so first coat of paint is down. Again, it's not the full bay done yet. It's pretty clean, came out pretty good. I still got to go over it with the second coat, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little bit more paint, and that way I can go ahead and get more base put on, because I do want to put at least another coat and a half on, so that way it shines it up. So right now I'm letting it flash for about 15 minutes, and then from there we'll go ahead and spray the second coat, and so on and so forth to the third coat, and then hopefully we can get the clear on within a matter of maybe the next hour or so. So yeah, let's just go ahead and continue. Alrighty guys, so second coat is down. I don't think I'm gonna need another coat. I'm just gonna touch up the corners back there, and then pretty much I think I should be set. I'm gonna go ahead and put a light to it just to see how it looks, because it looks like, oh no, I thought that there was a small issue there, but everything looks really good. So either way, there's no turning back now. I'm not going back anymore. It is what it is, and this is what we're gonna get. So I'm pretty happy the way it's turning out. Of course, there's like little touch-ups that needs to be done, but I'll probably do that with the can, but that's just under there. Of course, you're not gonna see that. I just wanted the green under there, so that way, just in case you can see a little bit through the vents, that way it would have the base coat under there. But pretty much now, looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go ahead and flash, and then from there, we might end up putting just clear coat on it now. So yeah, we'll pick up on it and see what we gotta do after. Alrighty guys, so I ended up just spraying misting a third coat onto the engine bay, just wherever I felt like it needed a little bit after using the light on my phone. So pretty much we are set to go. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is pretty much clean the gun now, prepare it so we can start using it for the clear coat. Again, this is gonna sit here and flash. I'm gonna let it flash for about 30 minutes this time, so that way we can start laying down the clear coat. But I'm gonna go ahead and make sure everything is good, and then we're gonna go ahead and tack it once it is flashed and ready to get some clear coat. So down there, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but down there I'm not gonna put any paint down there. It does have a little bit of extra spray, but the bottom of the frame rails are all sprayed also, and right there in that section, lower section, it's gonna go down to like that black rubber liner texture it's gonna have, so that way it'll have like an OEM coating. But yeah, pretty happy the way it turned out. Again, there's no turning back, and I'm not stopping now, and this is where we are leaving off at, guys. So let me go ahead and clean the gun now, and that way we can prepare it for clear coat. Alrighty guys, so second coat of clear coat is on. We went a little bit heavier on it, and it looks very, very good. I'm very proud of myself. I probably put too much clear here on the shock tower area. It is what it is. I'm still new to all this. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I try to keep in the distance, and unfortunately I think I just put way too much, but it is what it is. I'm still happy with it and everything. And like I said, there's a few mistakes. I actually went too close there, got a paint drip, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sand some of the spots and then just go ahead and color sand it. But I don't think we are gonna need any more coats of clear than what we have here. It looks very, very good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let this cure, and we'll pick up on it once it's time to pull it out, so we can let it bake in the sun once it's hard enough, at least. So yeah, not too shabby, I must say. I can honestly say that I got a lot of coverage back here with paint and clear coat with that method of using a spray can, the paint in a can and also the clear coat in a can. And I did miss some of the clear coat from the gun in the back. The homie Aftermath 1312 is the one that told me to go ahead and close the nozzle a little bit, the fan, and that's how I got a little bit more material back there. So I'm extremely happy the way it came out. You can't say it doesn't look too shabby for my first time ever laying down paint with a paint gun. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it sit in my garage for a few days, cure and harden, and once it's time to roll out, then I'll go ahead and roll it out so that we can bake in the sun for a few days here and there, you know, a couple of hours a day. And that will help me be able to make sure that this paint is pretty much rock solid as far as it being fully cured. Alrighty guys, so pretty much it's been about 2.5 hours since we last gave an update of the engine bay being painted. As you guys seen in the little time lapse or the little bead roll, engine bay is fully based and clear coated. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, I am not a professional. I truly tried my hardest, and I think it came out pretty well for my first time ever using a spray gun. I've never used one before, and this was exactly the first time, and I was honestly scared to use it. But it came out pretty good. I did make some mistakes, and I'm the first one to admit it. But again, we all learn from our mistakes. And so when it comes down to other stuff, I will go ahead and put all that into play and make sure that I do a better job. And I'm gonna be the first one to admit it. I did make some mistakes on the shock tower. I have a river of clear coat back here hardening up. Same back there in that corner, and also this shock tower here. There is small imperfections in the paint right there. But again, I am perfectly fine with that. I can honestly say and truthfully say, guys, that I did a better job than the last painter. I truly tried my hardest, and for doing base coat and clear coat within a matter of 3 hours in one day in the morning, it came out really good, and I'm very proud of myself. But I do want to give a shout out to a couple of people, and those people are Dana, Young Static, for honestly pushing me forward and telling me to get my ass in the garage to come finish this car. On the last video, I had some issues with the seam seal, and if it wasn't for him saying get my ass back into the garage and do it, honestly, I don't think I would have ever had that push. I would have just probably been in my own feelings, and I wouldn't know. Again, you know, I probably would have been lost. And again, huge shout out to Aftermath 1312 on Instagram. He is the one that gave me the pointers, sent me pictures of everything on how to lay that down, just like how he gave me pointers and what tip nozzle to use. And thank God I had the gun with the 1.3 tip, and that's exactly what I ended up using. And also the homie Hector on Instagram, he's the one that told me how to do some stuff, took pointers from both people, and honestly guys, it came out pretty awesome, I must say. But pretty much, all guys, that is gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and just pretty much organize my garage once again, clean up everything, wipe everything down, get rid of all the overspray that there is, and get it back to uniform. But again, huge shout out to everybody that did help me out. And again guys, please guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the engine bay so far. But with that being said guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.